So, hello everyone. Yeah, it's been a long time. I have recorded a video or shared any content. So, actually, in the meantime, I have created something that became a bit helpful for me. So, normally, what we do in order to send any file or share anything with our friends, or so, what we do is, let's say we have this is our file. Yeah, let's say this is our file and we got a file, and in order to share this with anyone, we use either like social media or any sharing platform. That so it's okay. So we have this file, and we just use them to share our files. But the problem is with these platforms, they are limited to certain limit. Let's say in WhatsApp, we can send more than 100 MB at a time of a file. So and it's not even persistent in there. So what I have done for this, if you have a more big size, you can use other services like Google Drive and Dropbox. So we can also use if the size is like size is greater, so we can use like a Google Drive or Dropbox or OneDrive. But the problem I got with this stuff is that every time I have to share a file, first I need to upload them. In order to upload them, there is not any probable tool to access them through terminal. So I have to every time I have to upload or share a file, I need to log on to browser and start sharing it and copy the link. It's bit a hassle. Like most of the time, when if it's my device, like my computer or PC, it's okay. I can log on. But whenever I'm working on some other system, so it's a bit clunky. So I need to log into my Gmail for Google Drive or Dropbox or OneDrive. So it's a bit hassle. So I thought in the meantime I've tried to find something. So I came across this thing called free transfer. So in the initial stage, what they were offer was quite good. Like it's about few size, and let's say let me open this. Let me explain you. So I don't need to log in, but I need to still use a browser or a graphical interface in order to use this. My network is quite slow. Just give me a minute. It's getting loaded. Come on. Yeah, come on. Okay, I'll skip this part till it loads. Yeah, it just loaded out. My network is too bad. So what they offer is we can add the files here, and I can create a link, and I can share this link with any other person. So it offers a size of 2 GB, and if we log in, it offers something around 3 GB. So it's okay, but in the meantime, what they have did is for every sharing of the file, we need to log in. Without logging in, we can't do. So, I might use temp file, but the process became somewhat clunky. But I didn't like it, so I wanted something that either accessible through graphical user like browser and the terminal. So what I've done, yeah, I found this thing 0x0.ht, a quite simple API, I can say. So from the terminal, we can just directly push our yeah directly push our files using curl, and it just in a return response, it just provides you a link. So we can use this link to share our files with others. So the problem with this is I don't know where my data is going. Like they have this system where a file, if it's less than 197.5 MB, it just gets saved for a long period of time, and if the size increases, and the limit is till 512 MB, and it's a bit less for me. I need a minimum of 5 GB. So I thought I need something that works both on browser and I can push my files through terminal. So instead of doing all this hassle and stuff, I just created a simple API kind of stuff using PHP. It's called file. Yeah, the network is low, so it's called file. Let it load. In the meantime, I just where is the oh, yeah, this is file play. Yeah, and file play, as you can see, a simple lightweight PHP based upload and sharing system. So it's completely made in PHP. As you can see, we got few of the files. So it's self-hostable. Like if you have a server running, or if you have a VPS, you can host it on your VPS and use it to your preferences, to your needs. All you just need to is clone the repo and mm, set configure this config file. If you just need to clone the repo and configure the config file and add some changes to your Apache web server, and that's it. You can run the whole system on web, and you can access it through both your web interface and along the terminals. Just like you can use it just like this, or you can just push your files or send your files over, and in response, it provides you with a link, and you can even download the stuff using the curl too. And yeah, that's like it's just simple thing. All this just consists a folder. Inside the folder, we have index.php. So index.php is just a web interface for who is accessing through the browser, and the file handler .php is the main thing. This thing handles everything. Like let's say you are pushing your file using curl from a terminal, and you need to push to your web address to file handler.php. So the file handler.php handles the uh, upload and the download requests of the files, and I have even added a cleanup thing. So let's just see cleanup. I might haven't mentioned in the examples. So we got things called cleanup, and a folder gets created where all your files are kept around, and you have a config file. Let me just open the config file so that you can have a brief idea what are the features and stuff that is available here. So the way things happen is we have this index.php here, and we have a file handler, yeah, file handler, and we got a config file here, and we got the way things happens is yeah, this thing handles everything, and everything. This is the config file we provide, and there you have this handling, and there you have this handling. And if you got some like a terminal, let's just create a terminal here. Oh. Suppose this is just a thing it has an terminal, and you just directly push. Let me just add the text. Oh, this is let's PHP, and this is file and PHP, and this is your config for PHP, and this is your loads or file data folder, and this is your when console. So the way things happen is, and it's also gives a request back. So the way things happens is if you are just uploading your file through index.php, it where you can select the stuff and push, and it pushes to here, and this checks for some notations whether the file is valid or not, file size. If you just check here in the, we can set maximum file size, and maximum folder size. Let's say we have 5 GB of space on our VPS, and we don't want to completely fill out the whole VPS. So I can set a folder size and the name of the upload folder and enable cleanup. So cleanup, what is enable cleanup is you set a duration of days, or you can tweak the settings as this is a PHP thing, so you can completely tweak the things to your requirement. So what happens is for default there is a 3 days limit. So every file that gets uploaded to the server is maintained there for till 3 days. After 3 days, it just gets deleted automatically. So enable, if authentication is enabled, the you have to provide authentication token while uploading the files to the server. For just for defaults, I have two authentication tokens for admin, and we have admin and user token. So it's admin token has access to upload files even the max folder size is exceeded, and user tokens doesn't have that facility. So the reason why I have did is, let's say you have a family and you wanna host a VPS of this setup, and your family wanna use the whole people's, and you are the admin who administrates the whole thing. So you can locally host. You can just locally host for everyone just by removing, making it false, authentication false, and it's accessible to public. Just set it to public just like this. You can access it just like this, both web and terminal console. You got the access in both segments. So it's so cool. And yeah, yeah, coming here. So the I was explaining which is a large point. So the config just gives all the required variables to the file handler when started, and we send the mm, file from index.php, and file handler handles it and saves in the file handle.folder data is saved here. And when we perform the request like this, where is the request? Yeah. Yeah, when you perform a download request to file handler using the file name, so when download request is passed, the file handler goes checks whether the file is present or not here and pushes to the download. Like it depends on where you are accessing it. So I hope it might have been useful for you. Like it's a simple minimal thing. It's a completely customizable. All you got have these three files, and you can customize to your requirements. Clone this, just clone the stuff or get it from the release section, and simply host on your website on web server VPS, and have your own control on the files you share in between. And the file, the size depends on your VPS size, so you can have a larger set, much more as you want. So that's all for this video. Hope you have learned something. Stay hydrated. Peace.